to the team, and I'm so excited to have you guys, and I know there's a lot of consultants that just joined tonight, so welcome. And some people that came here and maybe just joined a few days ago or this month, or maybe you're a consultant that you've been in the business for a few years and just want to see how I train my new consultants. And one thing I love about this business is how collaborative it really is. So before I get started, what I want you all to do is just say hello to the person next to you. If there's any new consultants around, welcome them. Introduce yourself. Because the beauty of this business is that you're really on a team. And tonight I think you guys saw that in the presentation. We are all very supportive and we all want to see everybody do well, regardless of whose team you're on. Okay? So, sorry. This is my first PowerPoint I've ever created, so I'm very proud of my skills. So, a lot of work went into it. But really, this business is it's simple. It's not always easy, but it's really simple. And I think these 5 basics are kind of the foundation of what we do. So number 1, I want everybody here that joined today to be excited. It's really exciting. And when you start going out there and sharing about these products and this business, you have to be excited. Even though you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't know what you're doing, or you don't even know what you got yourself involved in, you have to be excited, right? Because you don't want to go out there and go, yeah, I just started this thing, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. No one's going to want to jump in with you or try the products if you're like that, so just be excited, okay? Number 2, commit to your business. Again, don't say, oh, I have 60 days to try this out, or I'm going to give this, a couple of months and see how this goes. Commit to this business like you just invested $100,000, not $695 or $995, okay? Because you're going to earn that back. Trust me, quickly. We have ways for you guys to do that. Okay?
Hello?
So commit. Just commit to this business. Commit. Follow the system. Follow the system. Come to these events if you're local. Listen to the training calls. Listen to your sponsor. Do what your upline leaders tell you what to do. You guys are so lucky here in this room. I started this business 4 years ago with Lori and Melissa, and we had a presentation like this, and 2 people came. And we stood up there and going, no one's ever going to come, and no one's ever going to do this with us. But we just kept going, and we kept going, and kept going. So just keep going and follow the system. Believe in yourself. That's very important. You have to believe in yourself, first and foremost, okay? Because when you believe in yourself, other people are going to believe in you. And then dream big. That's a really fun one. We're going to talk a little bit in a second about your why you got started, but I want you to really think about what this could look like for you and your family in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. I know for me, when I started this business, I always was dreaming big. I was never in this for an extra couple $100. Yes, in the beginning, I was hoping to make a few hundred just to get a cleaning lead, but that happened, and then a lot more happened along the way. So, training. I think it's really important. We have the most amazing training in this company, and it's up to you to train yourself. You don't have a boss standing there saying, you have to do this and you have to do that. You don't, it's like if you're a doctor or a lawyer, you go to medical school or law school for years and years and years. We don't go to school for this business. All of us have really different backgrounds. Most of us have no business background, sales background, nothing. So it's up to you to train, but you're going to have people helping you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your pulse when you log in. Check my pulse. There's going to be a pink little circle, square, and there's an icon that says Get Started. Click on that icon, or you can find it right there. If any of you guys want to have an iPhone or something, take it out. There's a notes section. I swear by that. I just take notes all the time in my notes section, and then you can email them to yourself. So I love that. So boom, hopefully you learned something. Because I'm not a notebook girl. I have like 5 notebooks around. I used to take notes on notebooks and I stopped doing that. So the iPhone's awesome. Number 2, listen to training calls. Listen to training calls. Listen to training calls. Don't stop listening. I still listen to the training calls every week. There's a Sunday night call. Sunday night's not a good time for me. I listen to it on Monday morning. They're all on replay, they're all recorded. But again, no one's going to make you do anything. You have to do it for yourself. So I have reminders in my phone reminding me sometimes of these kinds of things. Product trainings. The best product training you're gonna get is in your business kit. Your kit's going to arrive in a few days. And what I suggest you guys all do is open that up, take out each little regimen, turn the box around, read all the labels, read the brochure that comes along with it. You're gonna learn a lot from that. That's the first thing I do when I train, any of my new consultants. I say, open that box and read everything in there. You're really gonna learn a lot. And there's also a lot of great trainings and webinars on the products as well. And the last thing I wanna say is my favorite friend is Google. When I don't know something, I always just Google it, because Google's amazing. Someone's like, this says peptide technology. What's peptides? Go on Google, figure it out. Right? Private Facebook groups. All of you guys that are new are going to be added to some really awesome Facebook groups. And if you're not on Facebook, join, just because it's a great place for you to tap into all our trainings and all of the consultants and all the resources we have. And there's a file section in all the groups. Make sure to check that out. Personal development. This is a big one for me. I can honestly say my success really started to happen when I invested in my own personal development and started reading books on this industry, network marketing. So books I love to suggest are Go Pro, Beach Money, and The Flip Flop CEO. And the last thing I wanted to say, and this is really important, I am a firm, true believer in the best kind of training is on-the-job training. So you can study and study and study, but until you're really out there and you're actually out there talking about the business and the products, it's hard to do this business. So what I challenge every one of you to do in this room is think of your closest friend or your parent or sister, whoever, and ask them to hop on a quick training call with you and say, hey, and get your sponsor on the line as well, and have your sponsor talk about the product and the business to this friend or whoever, and listen. And that's how you're really going to start to learn. When I sign a new consultant, I always say, bring me 3 of your closest friends, fun people, and bring them to a call to me, and then I can share my story. I talk about the business and the product, and usually we get an order or a referral out of it. It's just an easy way to hear your sponsor talk about it, and that's how you really learn. Okay, so we're all gonna train. So you're gonna hear it a lot. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, okay? This business is kind of like the dating game, that's what I like to call it. When you sign a new consultant or you're a new consultant, we're not mind readers, so you really need to share with your sponsor what you want from this business. You want to be in touch with your sponsor a lot. Your sponsor is the person who brought you into this business. You're going to be hearing these words a lot. And I always say to my newbies, are you a text kind of person? Are you an emailer? Are you a phone person? You got to figure out what works for both of you. This is a partnership. Your sponsor wants you to do well. Okay? So if you all of a sudden don't call your sponsor for a week or two, something's not going right. You should really be in touch with your sponsor on a daily basis for your first 30 to 60 days. I sure was, and I still talk to my sponsor very often. I mean, you become good friends with your sponsor too. Your upline is your people who brought in your sponsor. So we're all connected in this business to somebody. So really get to know your upline stories, right? So Melissa McCarthy, I was her first business partner. So I call her my mama bird. And then Lori brought Melissa in, so she's like my grandma in the business. I mean, and then Jen brought Lori in, so her great grandma. So some people kind of talk about it like that. You get what I'm saying. Lori, And your sidelines are everybody in this room. We are all friends. Some of my best friends in this business are not on my team. They're people I've met at events just like this, sitting next to somebody. What's your story? Let's be Facebook friends. Make connections. Trust me, it's the best thing you're going to do for your business. All right, so what's your story? So let me tell you mine. My name is Miriam Steckity. I'm an RFX Circle Achiever, the company. And for all of you that don't know what that means I've been promoted to the top of the pay scale, and I have a very large organization of customers and consultants on my team. I started about 4 years ago. At the time, I was working in real estate. I was a real estate manager at a large company in New York City, and we had just had our first child. My husband was fresh out of law school at his first job, and he had about $200,000 worth of law school loans. So I was so excited to marry this lawyer, and I just got a lot of debt. The economy crashed, of course, and the job we were supposed to have was no longer there. We got a great job at the New York Stock Exchange, but unfortunately, it was barely enough for us to pay our bills. And then I have a baby to add to it. So I was definitely looking for something extra income, and also I was longing to be home with my son. And thank God my friend Melissa sent me an email and told me about her business. So just so you guys know, you have to start just sharing this, because I did not have written on my forehead, needs money, hates my job, wants to be home with my son, right? But she said, I know, we had been talking over email about, going back to work and how hard that was. And I joined. I jumped in, and I saw 3 things. I saw proactive doctors, billion-dollar branding. I saw my income was capped at my job, that I was working 6 days a week, and I saw that with this business, there was no cap on your income and how much you can earn. And I also just went to bed that night thinking, like, I was dreaming again. I was excited. I felt like I was just on a hamster wheel at my job, and I promoted, I was a managing director, and I was like, this is it? This is going to be it for me? I don't think so. So jumped in. I didn't try the products. I just said, get me one of those kits. I threw it on a credit card, and my husband's a lawyer. He's very skeptical, and he said, you got 60 days to earn back this money. And I did. And I stuck. And within my first year, I was making really great part-time income. By my second year, I promoted to level 5. I surpassed my salary. In my third year, I got the free Lexus. I earned a trip to Napa and Maui with my husband, and then I went to Thailand, and I got to meet the doctors, which were just absolutely incredible. And during this time, I also retired my husband from his job that he no longer liked, so that he started his own law firm, which has just been so fun. The craziest thing that happened to us, though, was last year my husband was, life throws you a curveball. I have a second child, that's great, and then I get the phone call from the hospital that my husband was hit by a car and broke his neck, his ribs, his arm, and everything else. And life stopped for a while, and thank God he's 99% better. But the beautiful thing about Rodan & Fields is residual income. And I got to take time away from my business. My team kept working and training and helping each other because of this amazing camaraderie that we made. And my customers kept replenishing and replenishing and replenishing. So my business didn't skip a beat when I had to be home with my family and really taking care of that. So that's the beauty of it. So that's my long story that I told you guys, and obviously I shorten it when I talk about it. But you are going to want to know what your story is and start talking. And I always tell everyone it should be less than 2 minutes and it should be memorized. And this is a really great template of what your story should look like. Who you are, why you were looking for something, how you found Rodan & Fields, what impressed you most, what you plan on it doing for you, so what you plan on it doing for you, right? In the beginning, my story was I want to make enough money to leave a full-time job, and I'm planning on making that happen, and it did. And the best part is, okay, so I love that quote, facts tell, stories tell. You heard a lot of you guys over in the business presentation, all of our stories. We work hard on our stories because people really relate to that, right? And if you have a skin story, talk about your skin story too. But I'm mostly talking about the business right now. Okay. The power of your why. So for all the new consultants in this room, you're going to hear people say to you, what's your why? Why are you doing this business? And most of us will say, well, I want to make money. And that's true, but there's more to it. So when you start digging down deeper, what's your why? Why do you want to make more money? What would happen if you made more money? How would your life change? Would you spend time with different people? Would you leave your job? What would be different? You know, what would change in 6 months? What would change in 5 years? What would an extra $500 or $10,000 or $50,000 a month do for your life? That's how you really have to think about this business. And that's how your why starts to develop, okay? So it's not just about the money. It's the money's great, the extra income's great, but it's really about why, what's pushing you. Sometimes there's gonna be a no, you know, and what's gonna push you. Okay. So what I want every single new consultant here to do is start to make 3 lists when you get home. You can start doing it now. Your first list is your dream team list, okay? It's the people in your life who you know that are smart, savvy, fun, positive, cool, kind, leaders. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to be all of it. That's a lot of goodness. But, you know, one of those attributes, not the negative Nellies, right? And I want you to talk to your sponsor, and I want you to start reaching out to those people and just say, I'm so excited, just started this new business, and I want to pick your brain and tell you more about it. When can we talk, okay? And then I want you to make your list of your most supportive friends, your family, and say, hey, I just started this new business, and I'd love for, you know, tell you more about the products, and get your first few customers that way. My first few customers were my sister and my mom. I had to beg them to try. My mom was like, I love Mary. She's like, I just love Mary. And I'm like, you gotta try this. And now she's in the audience.
I've heard that a few times. I'd love to hear your about it.
I'm like, well, we have results. We have results, and we're backed by 60-day money-back guarantee. And really, the products are amazing, guys. They're amazing. They transform skin. They really, really do. So don't worry about that. And then last but not least, you're going to start to make your list of everyone you know with skin. That's everybody. Doesn't matter what age, what gender. And you're going to just start to work on your list of people you're going to be reaching out to and telling about your business and making notes. Don't prejudge anybody. I just had somebody in my network join another team that I didn't reach out to. So I'm very sad. So reach out to people who want to be invited. People want you to share this business with them, and just use the words. Hey, I want to pick your brain and tell you about what I'm doing. And it's true. People are going to find out about this in one way or another. It should be from you. So we're going to share the products, right? So you get 2 websites when you join, your .com and your .biz. They're personalized to you. You can actually add your cute little picture to the top. I think mine's cut off. And they're personalized to you. No one else has that same web address. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be enrolling new preferred customers onto this website. It's that easy. What's awesome about our business is we don't carry any inventory. So you share the products. I always suggest using the solution tool. If you see there's the solution tools at the bottom right-hand corner. This is like an awesome app that the doctors populated, basically putting their brains into the computer. You ask your customer questions and it populates for you a regimen. It's awesome. So you can do the solution tool on people and enroll them as a preferred customer. Why preferred customer? Preferred customers get 10% off, free shipping, and then on future orders, every 60 days they're up for a replenishment if they want it, and they get the 10% off and the free shipping. And they can order products whenever they want. But our preferred customers tend to stay because they get so much from you, from the company, and it's so easy. The doctors are basically just making skincare easily accessible to you. I know for me, I used to buy Clinique. I'd run out of Clinique. I'm like, oh, when am I going to go to the mall next time? Then I go to CVS, and then I buy something from there. And I was always mixing and matching, and I was never happy. With this, you're going to be happy. Your products are coming right to your door, and you have a consultant who's helping you make recommendations. Okay? And then you're going to be sharing the business, and then you have a .biz for that. So your business partners are great because we make basically 5% on our team sales, okay? And think about it like this. You start to share the product and the business. So I share the product with 10 people, I share the business with 10 people. And then those 10 business partners share the business with 10 people and 10 customers. And then now there's 100 consultants on my team. And then those people do the same thing, they have thousands on their team, and that's what starts to happen over time. Think about, I mean, how many people are on Proactive, or can you imagine? I have so many friends that have been on Proactive for 10 plus years. That's why I joined this business. And I was thinking every time I shared it, I would get a commission. That's exactly what we're doing. So you're getting commissions every time people in your organization replenish on products. It's amazing. And in the business, of course, you're gonna start to learn more. I'm not gonna go too much into it on all the great things that happen when you start to grow a team, promotions, trips, recognition. We have really awesome recognition. At my job, my full-time job, I worked there for several years. I remember getting that promotion, and my boss said, "Here's your BlackBerry. Now you have to answer it, all the time, and we're gonna give you a little raise." And the raise ended up being like $25 a paycheck, But this business, you get promoted, people congratulate you, call you, right on your Facebook wall. You're gonna get gifts and cards, and it's so much fun, and I love it. I love the recognition and everything that this business provides. So I know for me, when I started, I was thinking, oh, I'll just kind of share the products, and then what was really fun was growing a team, for sure. Okay, so fast start bonus. This is awesome. Every single one of you in this room that's brand new and joined in the last few months can earn back your investment. It's called our Fast Start Level 2 bonus program. So let's say you just joined today, congrats. You have until December 31st to hit level 2 and earn back your entire kit. So if you got the $9.95 kit, literally it's on its way to your house. If you hit level 2, which I'll talk about, by December 31st, they will send you a check for $995. It's awesome. What you have to do is basically promote to executive consultant. What that is $600 in your personally sponsored volume. That comes from signing up new preferred customers and new business partners, and then your $100 in sales volume are already commissionable this month from your kit. Okay? And then you're going to help 2 people do the same thing, and that's how you hit level 2. And that's how you are going to earn back your investment. So talk to your sponsor about that for sure. You're so confused, but pretty simple. This is awesome. So we just launched this new program called Lead the Way. And basically, if you lead the way, you do your job, you get prizes. So fun. Tiffany's, Apple, luxury trips, Michelle watch, really good stuff. And basically, all you have to do is share the products and share the business again. So if you're brand new, you're going to want to go to rfleadtheway.com and you actually fill out a profile with what gifts you want to earn. How cool is that? So if you earn, if you get 10 preferred customer orders in a month, you get 2 miles. Boom. If you sign 2 new business partners on one of the 3 kits that do 300 SV, you get 2 miles. Now, if you get 15 PC orders, you get 3 miles that month. So it goes on and on and on. And for new consultants, you guys get double miles for your first 3 months. So run like the wind for these. It's totally doable. Okay, so we're almost done. So we're not a party company. We're not a party company, but it's really awesome to do a ribbon cutting event. If you were to open up a restaurant, a gym, a salon, whatever it was, you would have a launch event and invite your nearest and dearest to come. So that's what we suggest every single one of you guys do. I had a launch in my tiny little 1-bedroom apartment. It rained, but people came, and it's crazy. You were there. And I did it, and I didn't want to do it, but I did it, and it was so worth it because, I mean, a couple of my preferred customers from that night ended up becoming business partners down the line. So all you're going to want to do is just send out an invitation to anyone that's local, and have them come over for some wine, some cheese, and your sponsor's going to help you share the products, basically, and help you get started. And this is a great way to earn back your investment quickly. Don't overthink it. And I always say this: pick up the phone. I would love for you to be there. It would mean the world for you to come. Everybody that says yes, reach out to them again and say, thanks so much. I'm so excited to have you come. It means the world to me. So really reach out, send individual messages to people to get them there. And don't worry if there's 4 people or 10 people, it doesn't matter. and you can have a friend host it for you. You can be really creative with it if you don't want to use your own. You don't have to do this. I just suggest it. And maybe even do a second one. All right, so what is next? Okay, so you're gonna come home tonight, you're gonna take off your makeup, and you're gonna take your fab before photo. It's not gonna look so good when you upload it to your computer. But don't worry, because after you start using the products, it's gonna look good. Take a bunch of before photos, no makeup, put your hair back, good lighting, save that. I didn't take a before photo, I'm still angry about it, but I made my husband take one. I have some really good photos. And then once your kit comes, open it, start using the product. But make sure to read the back of the brochure and read everything. Don't just throw everything. Don't throw like 3 regimens on at once. I had someone that did that. It was not good. Use your regimen, just what it says, and then you can add the tools in over time. Order business cards. The rfmall.biz is great. Practice on the solution tool. This is awesome. Start using the solution tool. Call up your mom, your sister, whoever, and say, hey, can I practice? Can I give you a free skin consultation? Ask them questions. Go through it and see what it populates. It's great. Sometimes you make an order out of it too. But I love that because I started to test myself and say, I wonder what the doctors would recommend to her, and then she'd fill out the questions, and sometimes I was right, and sometimes I wasn't. So always use the solution tool, it's really great. Get organized. Print out PC forms, have them in your car, have, I have it ready in my iPhone, I have a template, name, number, address, credit card expiration, so that I can get an order on the spot. Someone wants to put an order, with you, you don't say, okay, great, I'll call you tonight, and then we can talk. You want something? Great. Let me get my iPhone out, I take down what they want and their information, and then I input the order later, because we're all so busy, So get yourself a little bit organized. If you're not on Facebook, get on Facebook, and change your photo. Make it you. You're gonna be reconnecting with people. Sometimes people have a picture of like their kid or whatever. Have a nice photo of you smiling. And I always say, create a new email. Start fresh before the end of the deal. Make a nice new signature. This is your new business. You should be so excited about this. Set your launch date. Announce your new business on Facebook. Send out an email telling everybody what you're doing. Share it with your sponsor. Hey, can you look this over? This is the one thing I always tell my new consultants. Reach out to your sponsor. Double check things with them. They've been doing this longer than you. They want to help you. Okay? And set your personal goals. Think about your goals. How much money do I want to make in November? How much money do I want to make by April? What promotional title do I want to be at? We get lots of promotions in this company. And your sponsor really wants to help you get there, but they don't know always what you want. So you have to really communicate. Start sharing the products and the business. So, teamwork makes the dream work. So if you guys are on Instagram, you should definitely follow our RFXPERIENCE. We've given some really fun little posts, but you're going to hear a lot of different stories and a lot of different journeys in this company. I had a really slow start. I don't always tell everybody that, but I'll tell you guys that. And it didn't matter. So I was going through things, and it doesn't matter if you have a fast start, a slow start, a middle start. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. If you were to open up a restaurant, is every single person every day going to love the food? No, sometimes there's going to be someone that says these products, didn't work for me, and that's fine. Just keep going and really come back here. Come talk to me and Lori and talk to the people that have been successful in this business. Really follow the insider scoop and see who's getting promoted and start following those leaders. I really play follow the leader in this business. I found who was successful and I would just do what they did. So our next trifecta event is Wednesday, November 18th. So everybody put that in your calendar. And you should challenge yourself to, you're gonna bring some guests to it. Maybe you're gonna have some people that are interested in products, the business, and training. We're gonna start doing trainings every event. So yeah, I want to make that short and sweet for you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that was helpful.